Welcome, guys, to another episode of Professions. My name is Mayawa, aka Big Daddy.
Sugar Shay,
aka KYGWE. You know, kill your girl with enjoyment. That was
since back in the days.
No, we have been doing this for a while. I'm here with an esteemed guest, podcast aficionado, and an expert in this thing.
Oh shit,
my man, Big F. What up, baby?
I'm good. What's up, big family?
Thank you guys for listening to us, listening to Profession. Today we're doing something completely different. You know?
Big shout out to the Profession family.
Exactly.
Thanks for supporting my brother or brothers and sisters in this hard work. It's not easy, but Nigeria would say, nah, how did they talk on? Say now cooperation they make rice full pots.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
Yeah, so
that's true.
We got to put our hands together,
Exactly. Today we are in a man cave, no women allowed, we're just talking our shit, giving you guys some righteous advice sometimes, but also some controversy. We are ratchet and righteous in that sense,
Like sharing thoughts and seeing,
exactly.
Was good.
Just before we get into the thing that we are planning for this episode, F, how was your week?
My week it was a tough beginning because two of my very, very close and dear friends got married, and I was really busy, hands-on, trying to make sure everything that can be done is done to make their ceremony a success. And around, I guess, 10 p.m. last week, Saturday, was bedtime for me because I was dead and gone, bro.
Of course, if you have been working and then
little sleep, exhaustion, alcohol, and
a combination of everything,
bro.
Devil's concoction.
It was bad. I woke up the next morning thinking, where did I land? Whose bedroom is this? But
a bedroom of a damsel.
Yes, a damsel, but not in distress and family member.
Everything was
so. I was well taken care of because I was gone. But yeah, all in all, it was fine. Then resumed work, and I had an event this weekend, which was also successful, but it was a lot of work. But all in all, it was a good week. How was yours?
My week was stressful due to work, but apart from that, even while at work, I'm in a new job, like I said, So my colleagues are trying to take me under their wings, not only trying, they're actually doing so.
Yeah.
So which I'm really grateful for and of.
Do you feel at home there?
Yeah, definitely feel welcome. Like I said, it's a kind of job. Like normally when you enter a new job, you're already thinking, okay, when am I about to exit? You already have some sort of like a plan.
Yeah.
3 years, 5 years, you are banging
out,
it.
Yeah.
But in this case, I'm just like, worst case scenario.
You can see yourself there for a while.
Banging into pension.
Fantastic.
Unless financial intervention, like mad financial intervention.
Fantastic.
It's the type of money that I need, which I will not pronounce out there because
it will give some people heart attack.
No, I need even more than that. If you make public the money that you're asking for, people will just set the price on you. Set the price tag on you. You don't want that.
Exactly. So the sky is the limit.
Exactly.
Sky is the limit.
Plus index.
I get
so
that.
Apart from that, ate very well around the globe. Start off with Greek, some Japanese food, some African food, some Italian food,
You gotta stay true to home, African food.
Of course, eat some nice grilled calamari.
Ooh.
With some baked oven, potatoes and some veggies.
Living good.
I had to live good. And then we ended off the week with some Mexican food, Shout out to the Mexicanos,
Hi, papi.
Very, very important. But before we get into the podcast episode, we have to listen to what the streets are talking about. Because some of our friends, family, the righteous people of God, because God is always where. Some people say God is always where the miscreants are.
I shall not say anything. I shall withhold my statements.
Exactly. So I want to play a little clip.
Present.
I want to play a little clip. So let's just get into it.
You're talk. Fuck the shit out of us. I'll go fuck the world.
No, but some man will go back to it though.
That's it. That's me.
Second.
I'm like.
Yeah, sometimes you need your guy to fuck your ex just to get over it.
Man. Yeah. You know why men do that? Because you can leave whatever relationship you had with that person. Let's go.
Pause that, please.
Yeah.
Rewind. Let me hear that.
Rewind select.
I don't know where we're going, but that first statement
It's a Mazda. It's a Mazda. Okay, let's go back.
Yeah, you need your guy to fuck your ex just to get over it.
Man. You know why men do that? Because you can leave whatever relationship you had with that person less guilt.
Yeah.
You'll talk. Fuck the shit out of us. I'll go fuck the world.
No, but some man will go back to it though.
That's it. That's me putting a nail in the coffin.
Bro, some man. Sometimes, you need.
You know what you said? Put a nail in the coffin. The question, we have so many questions actually now. Listen to it. What type of guilt do you have that you can't just leave and exit?
You said guilt, right?
Guilt. You said the guilt.
Nah,
he wants to live with a clean slate.
I think you're weak because your slate can never be clean with that move. You're actually adding more nails to the coffin than just one. Because wait, huh?
Yeah,
your homeboy banging your ex-girl, not some random girl.
Your homeboy is doing you
girl.
Your homeboy is doing you a solid.
Nah.
It's like, hey, my man, you know?
No.
I'm having difficulties exiting.
So she's still your girl at that time.
But you know how people, like, look, let's be honest. Some people, when you give them advice, look, the way you are explaining the situation that you are in right now, it's not making sense. You are talking to your guy, talking to a guy. He's not listening because his heart is still there.
So?
The situation is toxic, it's not healthy, it's not moving anywhere, but he just can't help himself to constantly go back. It's a wake up call. It's like
who's waking up who?
It's like intervention.
Your chick is gonna wake him up in the morning with breakfast. So
it's an intervention for you never to do.
So are you aware? So let's say in this case now, is the guy whose girl is being banged?
Yeah.
Is he aware of it?
He has to be aware of it.
So
because he said like sometimes you need my man to pipe her in order to leave. So you're letting your homeboy tested and trusted because you know he's coming with the heat. Kalashnikov.
You know, he's coming with it. To go smash your girl. Nah, bro. You're just plain and purely weak. There's no way around that. Like, because for him to penetrate, right, means that you rate him so much because you're not sending a weakling on that mission. You rate his game.
Sending in a Champions League striker.
Yo,
2 goals banger.
Rambo, you know that machete that he pulls out with those biceps with the veins. This is just an analogy for something else. You know, you're telling him, yo, go finish up for me because I'm too weak to do this. Nah, you can't respect yourself after that. Impossible.
But can you understand the sentiment? That
never.
You don't understand it.
I understand that you can be emotionally very attached to someone you care for. And the problem with this move is that this guy cares about this girl.
He cares about her.
Because if he wouldn't care about her, it's easy to move on. It would be easier. The problem is he still cares.
Yes, he cares. Yeah.
Now you just need to find something else.
But you can care for something that is not good for you.
That's not the issue right now. But how do you ask your homeboy to, like, how do you make that statement? If a woman you loved,
he calls him like, "Aye, bruv,
please,
I need your help.
That one favor, that ring check."
And his guy is just like, "Nah, I don't want to do it." But in his mind, it's like, "Okay, because you're my guy."
Nah.
One hand washes the other.
So can you see yourself doing that?
Hell no, but I can't see myself putting myself in a situation
where you can't get out of.
Yeah, exactly.
See,
because I said it to myself, like, I think I will always love myself one inkling more than I can love the next person.
Look, yeah, this is crazy. The thing is, it doesn't matter how hard, how bad it gets. The moment you do this, now you have told your homeboy in which or in what way he can get your girl, right?
But he can have her in that sense.
How can he have her? Because they can never be anything. And now just imagine he smashes your girl, then turning to your ex-girl. And now you found a way to dip. She's not stupid. Because if you really smashed her, your friendship with him is going to, it's dead, over, right?
No. That makes sense.
Now, him smashing her, what if he keeps smashing her? What happens to your friendship then?
Ooh, that's a twist to the tail.
And now you realize that she's stuck on him. Stuck on you, got this feeling.
That's why you always have this feeling that I knew that you were a hoe.
You turned her into a hoe. You flipped her. Look, many years ago, I was talking to one of the big personal stories.
Yeah, we don't know.
Don't put me out there like that. So, these are men that have been tested and trusted, veterans. They exited the game when it was
man of
proper.
thunder and valor.
So, yeah. And we're talking, and he told me one thing. He said, never you test your girl.
What do you mean? Never you test your girl?
Never you test your girl. Never you set a test for her.
Okay.
Because any test you prepare for your girl, you're meant to set and prepare the test in a way that she will fail.
Oh, okay.
If you're setting a test that she will succeed,
is that a test or a trap?
Hold on, it's you're testing, what she's gonna do. So now, if you're preparing a test for your girl, right, and you're setting it in a way that she's gonna succeed, is that a test? No,
that's a trap.
It's a trap, but you're knowing that this is easy. She's supposed to pass this. If she disappoints you, that's on you still. Because she didn't go out of her way to put herself in that situation. You did.
You put her there.
So now, can you really blame her if she should fall? Because you know your girl's weaknesses.
I want you to pause right there. I want to look directly into the camera. Therefore, is speaking on something that's very, very important. To you women out there, why are you testing and trapping my man? Please answer down in the comments below.
It's a good one.
It's the same thing.
It's a good one. And
it's
some guys might smell, this is like, let me still try still. Because if he tries and he succeeds, it was your fault. Why? Because you can never officially say it. And now, women always think that, my bestie. Depending on how he emotionally plays his game, he could flip it around and make your bestie tell him that, this was a game.
Now your bestie is always testy.
You understand? What are you going to do?
He's brushing her mouth.
No, what are you going to do now? So this advice I got from this bros, he told me, don't test your girl. If it's meant to end, it's going to end. If you're ready to move on, move on. If she's ready to move on, it's unfortunate. That's
that's the cycle of life.
The cycle of life.
Like I always say.
But don't go around testing them because you know these people. And you're going to create a test that they are more likely. I mean, I'm not saying that most women will fail, but it's easy for it to then happen because you created a scenario for it.
Exactly.
Because now you pick the guy that you're like, he looks like her type. You will create and set situations, set up things, and she might have withstood those tests and trials. So, I mean, she would withstand it if it wasn't something that's set up, that's planned, right? But now, her not knowing and you doing that when you guys are having mad beef because you want to prove that she's a raggedy bitch. Whose fault is it? It's yours.
You play stupid game, you win stupid prizes.
Exactly. So in this situation where this is not my man, is doing that, like how do you put your girl, even if you're about to break up with her, you don't want no more? Yeah, because what are you proving by that?
That's good.
And then she tells you, okay, I'm sorry, I want to be with you. And all you can say is that, you fucked with my homeboy. But you're still going to play ball with your homeboy on Tuesday. Like what?
Some of those guys will still go back. Well, like Evo rightly said, everyone just said everything.
Times, you need.
We just leave it at that, I still have one more for you guys before we get into the topic.
For food to...
This one is very, very interesting,
Expecting for food to be on the table when I get home after a fucking hard day's work.
But you have no kids, and she just spent the whole day just...
That's fine. Why? Because I put myself in a position for her not to worry. Call it what you want, brother, but I'm not asking for repayment. She's not a fucking maid, brother. That's just what it is. So in order for me to get mad, like,
wait, no. So
this
like,
bitch didn't have fucking food on the table, and I fucking was
look, I don't mean it as in like,
use food though.
Yeah, like,
she didn't fucking clean up the kitchen.
Brother,
She didn't fucking
do anything.
so look, and I don't see it as repayment. I don't.
Yeah,
What I see it as in like, cool, you're not working, you're staying at home. We don't got kids and everything, but it's like, what are you doing? Like I said, I need someone who's busy.
Yeah.
I don't want no like lazy.
At the same time, yeah, she could still go out. It's
Do
not like she has to
you,
be
do you.
in the house.
Yeah, definitely.
But
yeah,
when I come home, I don't expect to have a fucking sometimes 12 or 8-hour shift and then come home and then I still got to do the dishes. I still got to do my laundry. I still got to do this. I got to this whole list, then still go to sleep and then back to work.
Yeah, let's do no kids. Like how you keep saying, fuck them kids. You're going home and you're living with her, and a week's gone by, and these Monday to Friday, there's no groceries there. She didn't go do your groceries. You okay with that too?
All right, then let's plan for the weekend. Let's both go together. What the fuck?
So she spent Monday to Friday just binge watching Netflix, and you're okay with that?
Yeah, because
That's actually crazy.
I'm not expecting.
Just to summarize, so this the first guy that spoke. He's all about like soft life. Exactly what is happening on the streets. Women want soft life. A man that will provide, and they are just enjoying the fruits of the man's labor in that sense, you know. And he's also with it. Like, I don't expect anything off of you. I don't expect any repayment or reimbursement. I don't even know what he's actually asking for. Then why are you then in a relationship? That was my opinion. I just put something in there for myself personally. But how do you feel about the sentiment that some men out there are not expecting anything within a relationship?
Well, you can't hate on them players.
Yeah, players. Even say player.
That's their game, right?
Okay.
So you can't hate on the player. So if that's what he grew up with, or that's what he thinks is the way, then, well, brother, do you.
Peace be unto you, like Ashake would say.
Right? But now, I bet that brother was raised by a single mother. We don't want to go there.
I don't want to go there.
I'm
Another
not-
plot twist. Another plot
Look.
twist. Oh, let's speak facts about life. What is life all about, you know? Come see, come sa. That's how I see it.
I'm just trying to hold, you know, I'm trying to
In this
filter
segment,
some bad
in this
bulls.
segment, we're politically incorrect.
Incorrect.
Yeah.
Okay. No, the point is, he sounds very much like a person that wants to make sure she's having a lot of liberty to do and express herself in her way, which is fine for him and the confines of what matters to him. But, you know, when I was a kid, I used to think like a kid.
Ooh.
Right?
Now that you're an adult, you think
Now
like-
that I'm an adult, I think differently.
Exactly.
At the same time, there is what we call poor man's problem. There's some problem that a rich man doesn't have. A poor man is, you're
He's
bound to have
experiencing
them,
every day. Yeah.
right? So does what he's saying work for me? No, I somewhat support what the other guys are saying. Like, if you're working every day, you go out, you do your 8 or 12-hour shift, like they mentioned. Like, I would love to know, if you're not having to do anything at home, what are you doing all day? Now, do the same rules apply if I decide I don't want to work for the next 2 years?
Of course, the rules
They
never
don't apply,
They
right?
don't apply.
So that's why I said, if that's the game he plays, that, you know what, do you, babe? If I come home, we go do grocery shopping, I come home, the dishes aren't done, I'm going to do that. I don't know how long this relationship will last.
Me, I will speak my mind. I don't like it. I've not changed. I'm still the same guy.
And
I
that's
like
fine.
transactional.
But look, and that's fine because that's you, right? That's your person. This guy, again, he sounds like he's a feminist.
Look, this guy is talking. Look, for me, I always say there's a difference between simping and toxic simping. Yeah, because a man that loves a woman,
Yeah.
you will always have a essence of simping because you will take certain things from her that some people might consider disrespect.
Oh, no,
Is it-
no, that's false.
Why?
Because there are some men that, you know, love is expressed in multiple forms and ways,
That's true.
right?
Facts.
So there are some men. Oh, there is this analogy I heard recently. I think it was on Instagram where the guy was like, I think the woman was saying something like, or the guy like, the way the monkey was so lovey-dovey, I think around his, I don't know, the female, right? Compared to the lion that was just laid back and do whatever, the lion didn't seem to really care. Then I think the person made mention of take a stone and throw it at the monkeys to see what will happen. Right?
They will run away.
They threw the stone and the male monkey, gone and dusted.
Jackba, London.
Nigerian. That's Nigerian, from Nigeria to outside abroad. But now do the same thing with the lion that seemed not to have cared all this while. You'll see how ferocious and how fierce he is in making sure he's protecting his lioness. Saying that to say this, people express love in different ways. There are some men that will not be all this mushy and simping, but they will make sure that their queen, their woman, one hair doesn't fall off her skin, unwarranted per se. And you have people that do, oh, my love, my love, my love. That doesn't mean that you really love her. Yeah. You might just be more expressive in your way. There are some men, they don't really talk. They don't really tell their woman, I love you, but he will never go out there and cheat.
You see also the love through his actions.
Yeah. He might not talk and he'll just, day in, day out. He knows, I don't like this job, but I do it to make sure you're all right, to make sure this kid's all right. That's how many of our parents grew up. It's not about, But
back then they never had those. What is your love language?
It always existed, but they never vocalized it.
Exactly.
They never had those books or that exposure. Sometimes if you have too much time, they say idle time is the devil's playground. Facts. Not saying that is BS,
wholeheartedly true. Yeah.
We're growing, and there are new words and there are new ways to express things. So going back to this whole thing. You're right. There is simping, and I guess there is toxic simping.
Because my question is, what do you gain from the essence of being with that woman?
You are transactional. There are things you and I have had conversations where I'm like,
you don't really care about it.
I don't care about it.
Nah, me.
I don't care about it. But then
there are things 50-50. I need 100% effort.
But now there are things where I'm like, I enforce it. I want it.
I might not care about it.
And you absolutely. We have conversations where I'm like, this guy doesn't care about this thing.
Nah, yeah, that's true.
If I want to, sometimes you have to be like, let me.
Yeah.
If I come from work, please, especially if I left in the morning to come home at evening in the night, please at least try to prepare something reasonable.
Which is interesting because I don't expect that.
I expect it,
but I would expect, for instance, for the public space of the house to be clean.
See,
I don't mind coming home after a long day shift and doing the cooking.
But now, what do you do if it's not the case? How do you handle it?
Because I'm a modern day man. Because apparently my dad was toxic. So me, I'll swallow it with a grain of salt and detergent. I was just
take it and
until eventually it gets too much.
Apple cider vinegar.
You see, until eventually it gets too much, and then I have to go back to my cultural essence.
And then an explosion. Yeah. And now she doesn't understand where this is coming from. Because the time you should have been talking, you were keeping mute. You were silent about it.
Exactly. Because social media and society has told me that men are toxic.
Fuck social media.
And our aggression is a weapon of demonic essence.
Rightfully so. You need a little bit of demonic essence. That's not what I'm trying to say. Demonic, but you need
aggression.
Women appreciate, even men appreciate some level of, aggressiveness around your person. You can't constantly be cold. You can't constantly be
stoic all the time.
Exactly. And even stoicism is a way you carry yourself, which means you also know when to get out of.
Yeah,
exactly. But not saying anything and then getting to that, because this guy, I think this is a recipe for disaster.
We know now.
Because you're not expecting it doesn't mean that, and because you're not coming home with you must do this, you must do that. That's also a recipe for disaster. I'm coming home and it must be this and that. Because she might have had a rough day, she might have been busy, she might have not been around. But, bitch, you could have warmed something.
Basically, that guy
you could have ordered something.
That guy is a man of fervent servitude.
This is weird to me, because hearing this, I'm like, okay, I hear the arguments many women will be having, like, I'm nobody's maid. But you want a man that goes out there and provide. It's give and take. It's a give and take.
The way I see it, I also feel like we need to stop saying I'm nobody's maid. Do you know why? Because
we don't say it anyway.
First of all, we don't say it because as a husband, you are a plumber, you are a mechanic, You are a cook.
You're a vulcanizer.
You are a cleaner. You are a banker. So what if I'm saying like, okay, my professions may be, I am a cleaner.
You know, the thing is, it's very tricky with this clip we'll listen to, because at least in this clip, he didn't mention what he desires from his partner.
That's true, so that we can.
So it's hard to kind of say maybe what he wants, right? But to me, I'm just like, how is it that you're with someone, you go out there, do everything for them, being a provider? Yeah. Let's call that, he doesn't mind providing, beautiful, respectful, right? But then you coming home, if you're keeping your masculine role, if you're maintaining your, let's say the gender role that you find yourself in, where does her role come into play? Is there a role for her? Is there no role for her?
That's the new modern day role of a woman, soft life.
You know, so, but I wish soft life for my woman too. You know, I want her to have a soft life.
But me,
I need to also have a soft life as well. There is no way one person is having a soft life, the other one is in depression.
Me, I will put a variable there. You will get a soft life if you perform to my liking. You said there's one thing I told you a few weeks ago. I said like, my type is not just based on looks. My type is based on an objectively hardworking woman.
Yes, you said that.
So because if you are hardworking, then that means in most cases, most men will also be more hardworking, because now because you are proving yourself to me so much, and you're obviously make my life in certain aspects easier.
Yeah.
Best believe I want to make your life. Oh, you need a, I don't know, a stylist. I got you. Hair fix. I got you. But if you're not of service to me, I'm just like, no, I will do the bare minimum. In my case, I would even like to do not even the bare minimum.
My thing is, what is the value that his wife brings to their relationship?
That's what I asked at the very beginning.
Right?
What do you get from all of this?
Because if he's doing all of this, he's fulfilling, I guess, his part to make her happy. So her living a soft life is beautiful, right? But what value does she bring to the relationship? Either she's so good looking that he never thought he could bag her.
Say like the streets are saying, what do you bring to the table?
Yes, exactly. See, I know it sounds according to Steve Harvey. No, according to Steve Harvey, you're not supposed to ask those questions.
That guy is a as much as I respect him, is a lesbian.
When
I see you, me and an African man, you're a cockroach for the things that you are saying. The way you're just letting your wife just be anyhow, in his essence. But somebody else, let's not even go into that. But that's a great segue to our podcast topic, you know, because we're talking about men and the role of a man.
Yeah.
In both our case, we are new fathers, so congratulations on that.
Congratulations, bro.
Well, let's take it all the way back. You know, how was the whole birthing experience from your viewpoint as a man? You know,
being there when everything was happening, taking place.
Exactly.
It was interesting seeing how life that has been created is being
brought into the world,
activated, if I can use that word, right? Because the life has been there. The life has been actually in this world, only it hasn't come into active play, if I can use those words, or for lack of better words. So it's very interesting, but I don't think I need to do it a second time.
Really?
Nah. what am I seeing it twice for?
Just call me.
I mean,
but that's true. That I thought the same thing too. In my mind, I was just like, it's very, very important to experience it at least once.
I cried. I cried.
You really cried.
Yeah. I cried. And the thing is, you know me. Yeah. There are some things I will not say, and there are some things I don't care. Because come on, beat me.
I don't cry.
No, me, I cried. It doesn't matter, because I mean, our whole thinking was, you know, interesting. The whole process, the whole procedure, but seeing this little boy, yo, I couldn't contain it. Hello, daddy. Baby's here. Wow. Hello, mama. Baby's here. You know, it was tears of joy, and you know, like, yo, this is serious now.
Serious now, yeah.
Because, you know, up until that time, anything can happen. And I know after that, anything can also happen. But now you're facing a whole set of responsibility. A whole new person to love. And I know women already love the baby. From
establish a bond.
I'm seeing you now. See, I
don't know you.
You know, now we're getting, you know, this is reality. So it was very emotional for me. It was beautiful. I'm not going to pretend that it's something that I need to see a second time. But I guess that's the Edo man in me. But
show us your white side.
It only comes to play maybe every full moon. But the thing is, I think it's good for every man to at least have seen it once and have an understanding of what's happening, what's taking place. Because I could see it's very painful and your partner needs support. But yeah, if not that, maybe my partner needed the support or needs the support, or needs the support. I'm not sure. I would be like, okay, see you in 4 hours.
Shout out to all the women that go.
But she was very strong. She was tough. She did it. I mean, in no time. I was like, this is a little longer than a football match, you know. You know, the rich people get it for like in a pause. But it was. I was like, yo, this is serious. You know, push,
bro. I couldn't cry. Like, I was supposed to cry, but I couldn't cry.
Oh well, there's no you're supposed to.
No, but I'm just saying
because you have enough time to cry.
Exactly.
This is the social media trying to be sentimental to please.
That's not my case. Because
you know, or it's like you're on the altar. The bride is coming. I've been seeing this girl with and without makeup. Seeing her without makeup, I had reasons to cry.
Let's not even go there.
Now she's
we don't wipe before. Now you want? Let's not even.
You know.
Let's not even go there.
But seeing your baby, I mean, if you cry, you cry. If you don't cry, it's all right. You love your kid.
But I will also say like it's something that one has to experience from start to finish. Obviously, we are still not finished. We are still progressing.
Yeah.
But just from the evolution itself, just to see what women are going through. Also, you experiencing certain type of emotion as a man, you know, because as a man, it's just like because we hear a lot of things out there, you know. Oh, this woman is pregnant. The man is no longer there. No longer. Now you also experiencing those type of emotions. Your mind, you're just like, wow, this cockroach. Why would you do those things?
Oh, I've never thought like that.
Me, I've always thought like that.
I've never thought like that.
No, trust me.
Because
You know
why?
Why?
Because you don't know anybody. We hardly ever know people's story. Have you been in a situation where you and someone fall out or you have a misunderstanding, and you would have been like, I could never see myself being that person.
Of course, everybody has that. Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, so this is how it feels.
And then you look yourself in the mirror. I still love myself.
I have to forgive myself. You know?
Yeah.
So the point is, I've never been the kind of person to be like, I'm like, it doesn't make sense.
You don't judge. That's true.
I'm like, it doesn't make sense. I mean, I am judgmental about some things. I'm not going to deceive myself. But there are things at the same time, I'm like, okay, it is what it is. He wants to have a second wife, let him have it. You know? Wow. Or he's like, I don't want to be in your life anymore. Keep it going, bro. The only time I would really have an issue is if he was wanting the kid all this while and now the kid is coming and now you're dipping. Because that's a bitch move.
Yeah, but like I said, but sometimes, you know.
You can tell the lady or the woman, your wife, or whatever, you don't want to be with her. But at least be in your child's life.
Definitely.
That's my, that's my
but that's wholeheartedly true because in my case, I'm married, you know. Obviously, I want to have a child. I want to have children. But now I'm just like, maybe, you know.
Später.
Maybe you might just stick to one. Obviously, I would not like to stick to one due to some. I mean, it's better to have we all want a
couple,
bigger family, yeah. But experiencing birth and experiencing the relationship with a woman, going through all the phases that I've been going through, emotionally speaking, I understand why sometimes men have to dip, because sometimes we just think of the end result. Oh, this is how it's gonna happen. I'm gonna have so much fun, blah blah. But then the process to get in that way, you know. Because in that case, they're not catering to you in that sense, you know.
I think women care about the process way more than men do. There are some men that are,
but you're gonna be left behind, and rightfully so.
How do you want to be left behind?
No, left behind in the sense of like, because your woman is just focusing on really just catering to the child.
You need to have conversations.
But now, mind you, we know what can happen within the evolution of
you will get left behind, but the only way you can prevent and avoid that is having conversations. Even as that having conversations, it's still very likely to happen.
Exactly. That's good that you rightly said.
You know,
you will still have the conversation, because
trying to have the conversation will spare you from going under. Exactly. And that's where you have situations where a mother gives birth to a son or a daughter, to their child, and you see that this father I don't fuck with these kids.
Jealousy.
It happens.
Jealousy. That one is still wild.
It happens.
I wouldn't want to be jealous of my own kid,
Yeah, some men have coping mechanisms.
Look, I am the owner of the breast. You are just a tenant.
Use it and give it back.
Please, use it in the state that you found it.
And, don't drag it.
You're sucking on the titty. You're looking at me like do one. No, come on, man.
No, but the thing is, you need to have those conversations and make sure that there is an understanding. I think maybe the first kid might be a little different because both parents oftentimes don't know what they're expecting.
Exactly.
And what's going to be.
It's a roller coaster.
But then if you're happening to have a second child, you've now had a case previously where you know how your wife, your girlfriend, your partner,
first-hand case study,
how they handled the situation. So you'd be able to have a conversation and, oh, look, last time I was suffering. This can take place. So before you impregnate her, ideally, you guys should have had those conversations. Because a relationship functions in best case scenario when both parties are happy. That's like a recipe for a long-lasting relationship.
And both parties need to be catered to.
Exactly. So, yes, I might not always do what you want. You might not always do what I want. One of us might be more heavy-headed than the other. But trying to find a middle way on dealing with each other. I might be the one that is kind of the dickhead most often. But then I might have one thing I do every now and then that makes you so happy that it makes you overlook all of my flaws. So yes, I might seem like, not coming forward, but there's something I'm doing that keeps you happy. So if we can have the conversation to understand, what happened the last time shouldn't happen again. Or I wouldn't take it because what is all of this? Am I just here to pay bills and take whatever bullshit's left over you give me? You don't try. We had the bonnet conversation on the On Point podcast, and after childbirth, make sure you
keep it sexy.
Keep it sexy. Sometimes you need to have those conversations. Women had issues, or ladies had issues with that statement coming from a female, a mother's, a wife's perspective, right? But at the same time, it's not that men don't have an understanding that times are trying and are difficult for a woman. But look, for this engine to keep working, for a synergy to be kept alive,
I need some happiness deposit.
Yes. Every now and then, go in there, spray some cologne. No, wash yourself properly. Spray some cologne.
Spray them ass cheeks.
Shave, whatever will make daddy happy, and come give it to daddy.
It's true. It's true. Because that's why there are so many books about sex-starved marriages. It's about like figuring out like how to have some sort of deposit in the other person, because as a man, I would like to believe that providing is enough.
You ain't got to say that twice.
But nowadays,
that's not enough. That's you'll get told that's the bare minimum.
That's the bare minimum. But I would like to think of our forefathers. The mothers rarely talk about dates, going out on vacations.
See,
those are all now more expensive, that we are more lenient and inclined to give those things to our women.
It goes back to exposure. We can say social media. Exposure, in as much as you see what the rich and famous can do and what they do. You remember the time we're talking about, what's his name? This guy that was in the prison for a couple of years and came out looking hench.
Oh, Gucci Mane. And
when his girl gave birth, gave her $1 million as push gift. And I told you, what bullshit is that?
I still owe push gift though. Like we'll give you push card.
Or what?
Huh?
Or what?
Of what?
Did they give you push gift when you pushed?
Ain't nobody
When
giving
you
me
release
shit.
fire in
That's
there.
why I said that's why when we're doing equality, I mean, I deserve something. Maybe not a push gift, but a what do you call it? Support gift. Because me, I'm the creator. You're the facilitator.
Look, no, people care about results, not the hard work.
Facts.
That's why you hear they say pregnant women, people touch their tummy. Oh, congratulations. Or, oh, baby, such a cute baby. Oh, congratulations. And you might sit in the room and
They don't even give you a mind.
Nobody will pay attention that you did something.
That's the life of man. That's why.
How beautiful would it be if someone would take your penis and rub it? Ah, well done. Be like, Mayowa, you have done exceedingly well.
This is a state.
You know? Nobody cares about the labor you put in. They care about the results. They saw the pregnancy, they see the baby. That's why the woman get
no token of appreciation.
A little.
And we're not asking much.
I mean, it's not bad. You know, easy. But yeah, being a parent is definitely challenging.
Very challenging.
And I believe it's more challenging for the woman, honestly. Sometimes I do like
pause right there.
You know? I do like
is it really challenging for the woman? Because I believe the baby phase is challenging for the woman. But the man comes into the remainder of the life of the kids. Because that's one thing I always think, that women are there for the baby phase to cuddle, do all of those things to nurture the child. But once there's a certain amount of time, a certain age that the kid hits, where it's just all about the father, like instilling good values into the kid.
See,
I'm not saying that moms can't do it.
I know. I hear that. We still need to say it.
Yeah. Huh? We still need to say what?
That the role and being a mother
Yeah.
can never be substituted
Never.
or form.
Can the role of the father be substituted?
They are trying it.
Are they succeeding?
They're failing woefully.
You see, that's why I said, like, for me, that's why I used to judge some men that left their house, although they wanted to have a child, because I'm thinking to myself, like, the things you are putting on a child because you not being there, you vacating the premises, it's not what we have now on the street. You know, somebody to give proper example. You need to have both essence. You need to have the mother
one thing that has to be said. One thing that has to be said is, those days, the reason why some men they were light-footed, you know, were able to escape, was because the laws and the regulations weren't as intense as they are now. So you had a little more incentive to be like, you know what,
I let you.
You know, deuces. Nowadays, it's a little different. You can be in Germany, and you're still having to pay for a kid that is in Austria, you know? But yeah, the problem that also was the case is, it's not that men always escaped saying, I don't want this no more. But many women misunderstood or choose to misunderstood. He doesn't want to be with me he doesn't want to be with us. These are two fundamental different things.
That's true.
So now the father not being in the life of his kids, many women will flip it around and say, oh, he's a deadbeat. He didn't want to be around. Which the truth isn't that the father didn't want to be in the life of the kids. He didn't want to be in your life.
That's true.
Because he was a raggedy ass. You know? But it's easy to paint a narrative because now you're predominantly at home with the kids. Or you're the one with the kids. You're making it difficult for him. He maybe doesn't want to face this bullshit. And it's like, I'm out. Some women make it difficult for men. I'm not taking away the responsibility or the role men play in all of this. So, yeah, it's not always that, maybe, like you were saying, oh, you used to blame it on the man. Sometimes some women made it unbearable.
Exactly.
You know? All of a sudden, you dress like you're 65. You ain't no sex appeal. You know that I'm struggling, you're struggling. We're supposed to make life easier for each other.
That's true. And to make life easy, it takes a lot of work, actually. Because all this soft life does not come without work.
Yeah. And like I said earlier on, for you to be able to have certain things in life, you need certain money.
Yeah.
And most human beings will never make reasonable money. I mean, reasonable, but most people will never, unfortunately, because if most people make reasonable money, then it's not money anymore. It's just casual. It's standard, right? Because then it's easy. Everybody's getting money.
Mm-hmm.
So usually it's a select few that will make that money that makes them outliers.
Yeah.
To be able to say, I'm making so much money that
I am part of the 1%.
You don't have to be bothered.
Mm-hmm.
Like the way we're talking about this guy when we started. If he grew up with parents that are wealthy, very wealthy, and
so his mom never doing anything.
His mom never had to cook, never had to clean. That's
and
why
his dad was still happy in that sense.
And that's why I said there are rich men problem and poor man's problem.
Facts. Now, as you can see, I've already exposed myself. Now, poor man I be.
Brother, but we're working. I mean, it's in your case and in my case. I mean, you're trying to do your best to see how you make life easier and more comfortable for yourself and for your family.
Facts.
So yes, there will be some things that you don't agree with now.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have the funds to be like, actually, I don't need you to cook, because there's no way you can cook. You can cook better than a chef.
Yeah.
So how am I bothered about you not cooking? But now you can't be paying a chef and coming home and there's nothing to eat.
If I'm honest, let's say the money hits, I'm willing to pay for everything for my wife. She has proven herself. Me, I always need proof.
Yeah, you know why?
Me, I always
because
need
when you were deadbeat broke, she was there. So
there.
You're not questioning what
everything that she wants. That I got you. Money, come. What is money? Because but if you didn't help me during those stages, or you were not there even at the stages, I would be more apprehensive. In my case, I would be more apprehensive to give you certain things but that was me. But I was not born rich, like you rightly said. If I was born rich and money was never an issue, then the little things that I'm saying,
because nobody care. Why do I care about you washing my things and ironing them?
I don't know, that's silly.
We're having a walk-in closet. How am I bothered about my shoes being polished? I'm waking up in the morning, I'm having coffee.
I always need you to look fine.
But that is something she can do.
That's the job that I would want you.
But now, mind you,
I want trophy.
There are some things you might still want.
Mm-hmm.
Because you might having all of these financial affluence, being steady financially, you might still be like, all right, there are certain things I don't care about my woman doing it. But I need to know that you're not just sitting and squandering money all day.
That's fact.
I can't be making money and you're blowing it.
I may actually need you to be my assistant, to be fair.
Well, then do you want her to work, or do you want her to be able to do what she chooses to do? What if she doesn't like what you're into?
It's giving us money. No, I get you. No, like you rightly said, we're not there. I'm not there. I don't know how those people think.
Yeah.
Me? Now, meritocracy, they don't teach me. And as of now, it has not really, really paid. And I'm not sure if it ever will pay. Now, maybe
the prayer is that it pays off.
I don't know if I'm praying for meritocracy to work, though. Are you praying for it? It worked for a lot of people then.
Well,
yeah. But apart from like birthing experience, like being responsible, what are you going through? Like trying to be a responsible. We have to. It's trying that we're doing. We are succeeding, obviously, doing so.
This question is making me feel hot.
Of course, but mind you, you see, we still have decades to go. At least to until what time would you like to still be able to give your kids something?
Forever.
Really, forever.
Forever.
Kid is 20. Let's say 30. Done with uni, everything.
At 30.
I'm just saying.
Brother, calm down.
I'm just saying.
You are slow.
Hey, there's some people are studying medicine. Or they're doing law. Just
I'm just joking. This is all banter. So any law students out there or any medicine
we know
students,
that you guys are still studying.
I'm just joking. But the point is, come on. You have mates. Look at your mates. He finished with 25.
Does he have 2 heads?
Does he have... But jokes aside, like, I don't care if you're still studying. Well, I would care, I guess. But right now, I think I would care. But let's put it this way. Financially, I wish not to care. That's my statement.
Oh, okay.
I wish not to care if you're studying or you're very wealthy.
Mhm.
I want to be able to assist you if need be. Because me being able to assist you means that I am
Doing your
fine.
Yeah.
I don't need you, raggedy ass boy or girl.
Yeah.
Because I'm good myself.
No, I would never want my kids to pay
exactly,
for me. But I'm
yes.
just saying, like,
Yeah.
once again, I need a letter of proof. No, generally
I need
speaking,
to just
I
know
would
that
say like
I just desire to be able to, till the end of our days, at least my days, because I wish for them to outlive me.
yeah,
right?
facts.
So at least till the end of my days and beyond that, I wish to have enough to be able to sustain certain needs. Because I mean, if
I think I'm too transactional. I need something in return. No,
but I don't. I think you're seeing that maybe now.
Yeah.
There comes a time you realize this is my kid.
That's what I'm saying.
This
That's what
my
I'm saying.
kid. Like,
but like,
what is it?
But what, like, you know how we know the saying, tough men make
Easy
man. It goes like that. It will make it even easier because we are
easy times.
We are,
easy times.
let's just say our who are tough. Our grandparents, our grandfathers, or our fathers.
I think some of our dads were very tough too.
They were tough. So we are a little bit softer. Let's be honest. We're a little bit.
You cannot cross Libya.
Hey, Jesus.
You can't walk from Hungary to this country.
No, I can't.
No.
I can't. Some of them are doing GLS,
I'm telling you.
DPD, Uber without sleeping.
Yes, and they do it religiously.
So we are already softer, man. That means we are going to make it even softer for our kids. But now I'm thinking to the point, like, maybe they will not fully understand. You can understand what I'm telling you, that this thing is work that I've provided.
Yeah.
But you have to grow through the experience. So I'm just saying, like, okay, maybe I'm still willing to pay, let's say, 2 studies. Because maybe you try the first one, you will fail, you won't make it. Oh, you do another study just because now you found yourself. I'm just like, I want you to actually fully focus on that extent of study. Maybe
you
that's
wanting,
still 30.
You wanting and being able to assist or support your kids is one thing.
Yeah.
Now you contributing to every nonsense they're doing is another thing. Now we have it. Right? So you are, so that we take an age outside our friendship group, So let's say
you guys are studying law.
So let's say
14 years.
Let's say you're having a kid that at 45 you're still saying, I want to go and study molecular biology. What have you been doing from 21 to 40 that is now If it is in line with what they have been doing, all right, I don't mind.
Will I still pay for that one?
Look, if you have
fully
it,
pay.
You have it, you don't mind. The problem is if you're supporting your children in paying every bullshit. That's my opinion. I wish to be able to pay for anyone, my nieces, my nephews, my children, right?
No, I need to set it up. I'll have to be like, you know what? Do a part-time job. I will pay the other half so that you don't have to worry too much about money. But I need to.
Now it goes back to knowing what they're doing.
Yeah.
If they're just doing it because they know granddaddy has or daddy has the money to just keep paying, you might just, don't go to the uni. Let me be paying you every month. Enjoy life. Don't deceive yourself. Deceive me.
You're willing to do that?
Before you are deceiving yourself and deceiving me, why are you forming you are going to uni? At 37, you are going to dorm parties. What are you looking for?
No, you're too nice. So what kind of father are you? I wish to have you as a dad.
Trust me.
Hey.
There's another side to this. But this is how I think. This is what I believe. If I have it, you're my kid. Look, the transactional part to the transactional part statement you made before, right? Where I agree with certain things having to be transactional with your kid is I cannot have been paying all your life. Now you have done your first ferial practicum, summer job. You have your first job. It's Father's Day. It's my birthday. And you can't think to put 50 euros together, for example, and buy me something better than singlet and boxer shorts.
Socks.
Right? That's where I'll have an issue because it means
I
raised a selfish child. Because it means you never noticed or you don't notice or you notice what it means to spend your money on someone. You don't mind me doing this all your life. But now when it's your turn to do something to put a smile on my face financially, you withdraw. That I see where you can.
I still feel like you're very, very nice. I still feel like you're very, very nice. But maybe because that's how I grew up. Like, because I still remember very vividly the currency change in Austria.
Shillings, euros.
Shilling to euros. When my dad called me, Maiwa, come here. Mind you, my dad is a banker, you know. Put out his phone. How old was I at that time? Maybe 8, 7. Brother, I don't even know what you're talking.
Yeah. That's like
this guy's calculating.
2000. That's like 2000, yeah.
This is how much I'm giving you in shilling. This is how much I'm giving you euro. This is what you're gonna get. Man, I'm just like, my man. No disrespect. Obviously, I'm saying it inwardly. Shut up. Give me my money.
Period.
So
run me my piece.
But anytime I ask my dad for money, anytime, I'm saying anytime. This was maximum in my whole lifespan. 3 times, my dad always said no. He said like, I will
character building.
I asked my dad, look,
character building.
He bought us an Xbox.
Yeah,
my guy.
He went out of his way. I bet with you.
He did his best. He bought us an Xbox. Maybe
that's like
little
10
to
years,
no games.
10 years later, after everybody had it.
You see, little to no games. Little to no games.
Yeah.
We're doing it's summertime. No school.
Yeah.
I obviously converse with my brother, my older brother, like, hey, my guy, we don't have any games. Like, we're suffering in this house, you know. We don't even have AC. It's hot. Like, we need something to play. Ask my older brother, like, I'm gonna ask our father to give us some money. My older brother looked me dead in my eyes. This guy is not gonna give you shishi. I'm like,
hopeless.
Me, you know, I'm like, why would you say that? Come on, what's going on?
Yeah.
Went to my dad. Look, my guy, please give us some money so that we have something to play. My dad looked me dead in the eyes and said, no. Then he mentioned why he can't give me 60 euros. 60 euros that we're actually sharing amongst 3 people so that all of us can play. He said, like, I'm already sending you guys to camp. So I don't have money for this.
Priorities.
Yeah. So, but one thing I take from that is like, you need to give. My dad doesn't necessarily want money back from me.
I get that.
But if he wants something in return, that, I'm doing well, then that's how he can bring forth his wallet. That's what I'm asking myself too. Look, I'm willing to take care of you all my life, to be fair. But I need to see that you're actually progressing well. Maybe one thing I would do is like, you're working well, your study is finished, you can actually take care of yourself and your family. Don't worry, I will still be paying off your life insurance.
See, if you've got it like that, do you think Bill Gates is sitting somewhere having this kind of conversation we're having? This broke man conversation.
I know. Once again,
we're joking.
We expose ourselves.
I think there are certain things he's like, for example, let's put it this way. And if we're talking about being wealthy, this person I'm about to mention, I think by any stretch of the imagination, he wouldn't come out and call himself wealthy. He's doing all right, but he's not wealthy.
Just looking at the expenses.
One of my former colleagues, I mean, he just